Shaping the Future in Africa. This was a theme that brought an audience of Africa's greatest in print, broadcast and online media together in Lagos for the second African Media Leaders Forum. The forum, which is the single largest annual gathering of media owners in Africa, was a platform to critically reflect on the problems and prospects facing the media in Africa, find a common ground and discuss solutions. Of course, also creating an opportunity for participants to build strong media partnerships around Africa. Participants included huge names in African media, such as former host of CNN's Inside Africa, Tumi Makabo, and Dele Olejide, Africa's only winner of the U.S. Pulitzer Prize for Journalism. Organizer and co-founders of the African Media Leaders Forum set up this roundtable discussion following last year's inaugural meeting in Dakar, where they deliberated on taking proactive steps in promoting the media as partners for achieving sustainable development in Africa.
The African Media Initiative is an attempt to harness the resources needed to address the problems of media in Africa in a holistic way. That's the African Media Initiative. It came out of a series of researches and surveys that were carried out over the years to determine in a very credible way the issues, the problems of African media. As part of this process of identification of gaps, that we realized that away from the conversation, standing out of that conversation are the media owners in Africa, Africa's media owners. Somehow we felt we must bring them as a group around the table, and that led to the creation of the African Media Leaders Forum last year.
Amadou Mataba, co-founder and president, stressed that this current era will be a defining moment for media leaders in Africa. He urged them to be fully aware of the challenges and opportunities that will surface and work together to have a major impact on the issues confronting Africa today.
He would be operating from Nairobi, Kenya.
One of the major issues that dominated the discussion was the practice of journalism in an age of radical new media and technological change. The debate was the effect that emerging technologies will have on content and ethics in media today, and the challenge it will pose to the traditional mainstream media.
We've seen the traffic on our website from Africa grow tremendously as connectivity has spread. So Africa is online and increasingly, and that will continue. So I think what we all know in the media is that the distinctions between print, broadcast, online are going away, and that we're all going to be in all places or many of the places at the same time.
As a result of these emerging technologies, participants also visualize the new business models that will arise from this and discuss the possibilities in financing media ventures.
I think with financing media is what the media owners and managers need to do, is to first say we are a business. We are a business sector just like manufacturing, just like restauranting, just like agriculture or agro-processing. We are a business. And do business plans with inputs and outputs and go for financing that way. We mustn't think of ourselves, oh, we need to be subsidized. Or, well, no one really wants to deal with us, so we must, be content with any crumbs. No, march in there, put up your proposal and see where it goes.
A top debate was also the role of media as the fourth estate, highlighting the relationship between media and governance in Africa and its impact on the social, political and economic issues affecting the continent.
One thing I want to say is that the future is great, and I think every year in Africa, media is getting more and more free. Right now we can talk about pockets within Africa where media is not free. I think to a very big extent media is free in East Africa. To a very big extent media is free in Nigeria, is free in Ghana, is free in many countries. There are still, however, pockets where the realities of even convergence and the fact that media is no longer just print and radio has not settled in. Today, even if you want media not to be free, what will you do about the SMSs? What will you do about the internet? When that reality dawns on the leaders in Africa, that is going to be a big day for media. However, with the freedom also comes responsibility. I think one of the biggest challenges we are having now is not so much the freedom of the media, which is important, absolutely important, but also ensuring that country by country region by region, you craft ways and means of ensuring that the media is itself responsible. Because the challenges we have of development are challenges that we must all partner in delivering Africa to the next level.
During last year's forum in Dakar, participants produced the Dakar Declaration, highlighting the need to establish the African Media Initiative as a permanent corporate entity to support the activities of the African Media Leaders Forum and serve as an important resource for media development across Africa. This year, they presented a draft of the African Media Leaders Forum Charter, with plans to endorse it for immediate implementation, making a huge step towards fulfilling the goal to play a bigger role in nurturing democracy in Africa and continuing the revolution in the liberalization of media on this continent.